Hey, so I'm back. I know this isn't the video that I said I would work on, and the videos have not been coming out as consistently as I said they would, but in my defense, I've been obsessed with something recently that's kind of taken over all my free time, and that thing is Berserk. So what can I say about Berserk that hasn't already been said? Let me start off by saying this video will contain spoilers for Berserk, so if you haven't read it, please do yourself a favor and go to Amazon and buy the deluxe editions, and once you've read all of them, then come back to this video. Right over there, right there, click it up right there. There we go. I've never read a story quite like Berserk, or perhaps never seen something like this done as well as Berserk. What I mean is Guts, the main protagonist, the struggler, the man too angry to die, is put through so much that I am in awe every time I flip the page and Guts is still standing. Now, not only is Guts an amazing character who goes through a ton of development as the story progresses, but the whole messages and themes of Berserk hit just the right spots for me right now. And probably will for you too, if not now, then sometime later, because I'm sure everyone has felt a sense of emptiness. And this empty feeling is just one of the main topics Berserk covers in its story, along with many others of course. But the feeling of having no purpose or achievable goal? Berserk is the first story I've encountered that's tried to tackle this idea of self-actualization, purpose, and dreams in a realistic and satisfying way. A story where the main protagonist is not destined to be the hero, or has his purpose thrust upon him that he accepts gladly, or finds his life's meaning and purpose in a day. No, Berserk takes its time to let the reader sit with its themes and really internalize what it is that the characters are going through internally. And as I said before, its messages are something that resonates with me particularly strongly at this point in my life. It is a very passionately told story with realistic and deeply human characters. Although Berserk tells its story through its fantastical elements and settings, at its core, it's an extremely personal and extremely relatable story. To have a life and responsibilities thrust upon you so fast you have no time to think about any of them before you're already doing it. To come to learn that even the ones you love can hurt you deeply. That the world we are born into without a choice is not one that is fair and decent, but cruel and horrifying. And then, once you finally slow down to stop and think for yourself and who you want to be, you have no idea. You realize you've been living someone else's life, following in the shadows of other people's dreams, and never once found your own. And so, you feel hollow, empty, a bag of flesh and blood with no discernible sense of self. Then, you start to think further, and ask yourself if anything about you is truly you. You have no ambition, no drive, no hope for the future, no passions, no true connections with anyone, no anything. And all of this makes you frustrated, makes you angry. And so you look for someone else to blame for the way you are. But that won't make it better. At a certain point, no matter how flawed or unfair the world has been to you, you still have the choice to improve. to be better. To not let the trauma and hardships of your life define who you can be. That you can change, if not for yourself, for the ones you love. It is by no means a simple task, or a fast one, but it is possible. Even in a world of devils, monsters, and unspeakable evils, there still exists the possibility of happiness. This is why I love Berserk so much. For all its dark, fantastical elements and seemingly unkillable main character, Berserk is one of the most human and heartfelt stories I have ever had the privilege of reading. It's a story that has had a profound impact on me and the lives of so many others. And so, to hear the news of its author, Kentaro Miura's tragic passing was crushing. A man who had a dramatic effect on the lives of millions is now gone, and his life's work unfinished. But as his story so effectively conveys, although the world is cruel and unfair, there is still beauty to be found in it. And for the time Miura was with us, he certainly made the world a bit less cruel and a bit more hopeful. At the time of recording this, news has broken out that the series will not come to an end, but will continue forward with the help of Miura's assistant and his former team. I realize for many that the story will always end for them at chapter 364, because without Miura, it will not be the same. And I agree with this. There's no other like Miura, and things will certainly be different without his precise writing and art. But I am hopeful of the future. Miura and his assistant were very close, and had many long conversations about Berserk over the years. I feel Miura would want to see his amazing story concluded, even if not by himself, by someone he trusts and had a close relationship with. And so the story will continue. The struggler will continue to break the laws of causality, and perhaps, at last, find peace and closure, along with many readers.